Hey everybody, welcome back. Happy Friday. Friday, May 15th. The weather is just turned here in Minnesota. It's no longer sunny and bright, and I'm still kind of itchy from my sunburn. So I'm a little thankful for that weather that we got, because it doesn't look like it's going to be too nice today or this weekend. So, hey, a couple of things, you guys. First off, please pray for Chris Grabrick. A lot of you guys don't know the ins and outs of whatever, but Chris was involved in a motorcycle accident. I believe it was about a week ago, and he's not doing. He's still in recovery mode, right? And there's some positive signs, but there's also a long way to go. So please, first off, please pray for Chris and his family and keep them in your prayers and their thoughts, because you know what, man, that's going to be a long journey for him and his family. So my mind is occupied right now with a couple of things. First, I want to mention one thing is me and my wife are going to be doing a garage sale in a couple of weeks. Not this next weekend, but the weekend after. We'll be doing a garage sale. So if you guys want to stop by, say hi, come check out what we got for sale, that would be cool. And also, if you're close with us and you know me and my wife and you'd like to sell a few things, I am more than okay with that too. Just get a hold of me and let me know. Let me know what you can do, what you want to do, and if you want to bring some stuff over to sell, I'm more than okay with that. I'm not going to take a cut or anything like that. It's not like it's not like it's not like I'm going to take a percentage of what you sell. We'll make sure you have a separate tag on your stuff, and then we'll keep that tally ledger in a book. And so hey, a way for people to make easy money and a way for us to broaden our sale a little bit and get it a little bit bigger than what it is. And so the third thing I want to talk about too, and some of the things that we talk about on this channel are persistence, perseverance, commitment, dedication, honor, just this on and on and on and on and on it goes. But guess what word was stuck in my mind today? Resilience. Resiliency. Being resilient. Being resilient is going to help us in our recovery, because just like the dedication, the commitment, the honor, the loyalty, the commitment, all that stuff that we practice every single day, each word has a little bit of its own meaning to it, its own little twist, if you will. And so for me, resilience today is the word. Resilient. What does it mean to be resilient? That means waking up every day knowing, that you're going to be faced with ups, downs, all arounds, right? But knowing that even though you get an up or a down or a moment of fear or panic or anxiety or anger or rage, just know that for your resilience, you're going to persevere. You're going to find a way forward. Now, I'm not saying every day is going to be great. And I'm not saying getting through a situation is going to be all hunky-dory and you're going to be skipping along your merry way. It's not like that all the time. Sometimes it is. But remember those times when it isn't. And remember the times when it is, and then when the times that it isn't, you'll be much more reliant on the things that got you through when it was, because you know what? That's what you're going to learn. That's the whole purpose, is to put these things into action, right? Because we go from concept, and then we go to implementation, putting it, out there, and then executing it, and then repeat. It's just like your wash, rinse cycle, okay? Come up with the plan, you formulate it, execute it, repeat. Come up with the plan, execute it, formulate it, execute it. It's just a boom, boom, boom. And you know how that's happening? It's happening one day at a time, 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 one day at a time. Constantly reminded of one day at a time. I got my bracelet. And for me, it's always one day at a time. I hand these bracelets out, and I also hand out patches for people's vests that say one day at a time in orange, because I want everybody in my inner circle that I know should have one for me. And if you don't, reach out. But I've given out I think maybe 10 of them. So, I have more. I have a couple more left, and then I got to order some more from Etsy. But that's just my way of saying to anybody that hangs out with me that it's a one day at a time process. If you have a bad day yesterday, don't carry it into today. If you have a bad day today, don't carry it into tomorrow, because you know what? Yesterday's history, tomorrow's a mystery. What's going to happen if we start carrying our baggage and our luggage into tomorrow? We could relapse, we could be mean, we could be unkind, we could make a mistake that's detrimental to our long-term sobriety, recovery. Amen. These things come to mind for me because I know I have to practice a good recovery program. Otherwise, what? I'm going to use. And my friend Jeff brings us to our fourth topic today. My friend Jeff Van Zyl, JVZ, posted something today. I don't know why I did that. He posted something today on his page on Facebook, and it was about how people call themselves addicts or alcoholics. I am in full agreement with him, Jeff, and the person that he posted.
There are millions of people walking around mistakenly believing that they are an alcoholic. You are not an alcoholic. In fact, in modern medicine, the term alcoholic no longer exists. It's now alcohol use disorder. Now, for years, it was, I'm an alcoholic. I experience alcoholism. Alcoholism runs in my family. But in modern medicine, that is gone. And why? Because it keeps people stuck in an identity that doesn't serve them.
Okay, so I've never sat in those meetings, but the thing that I've never been able to wrap my head around is, hi, my name is Cal, and I'm an alcoholic. I mean, just grounding into that identity, and it just seems like so outdated.
You are not an alcoholic. You may be experiencing an alcohol use disorder, but that's temporary. Whereas I'm an alcoholic suggests I'm a victim of this disease. I'm powerless. Powerless. You are powerful. That's the change. That's the difference. Imagine walking around saying I'm powerless over this disease. What a crock of shit. You are powerful.
We perhaps are doing it to ourselves and we don't even know it, but we're belittling ourselves, we're demeaning ourselves, and we're calling ourselves alcoholics and addicts. Now wait, we haven't been that thing since the last time we were that thing, right? Since the last time you used or drank. And if we're practicing sobriety or abstinence, we're in remission from that. So we're not those things anymore. We're no longer, that's just like being an alcoholic or addict. Make sure that your self-talk is positive. And it's that right there is integral. It's critical to how we feel. And what we put in is exactly what we're going to put out. So you put in drugs and alcohol, you're going to get disruptive alcohol and drug related behavior. Amen. You put in recovery literature, you put in a spiritual program, you put in a one day at a time, some principles, some steps, some morals, some ethics into your life, a backbone. You start reading and learning and have a support system, and you get help, you get therapy. You're going to start to learn and know how to live one day at a time and put those stepping stones in front of each other instead of trying to trip each other up or tripping ourselves up inadvertently, right? Because subsequently our behavior is going to trip us up. Now, if you're always putting in good, and you putting in good and learning and seeking and yearning and earning, then you're going to put out that type of thing, right? It's a one day at a time adventure here. Venture, journey. We get through each day with a little bit of this, a little bit of that, but each day is different. So you take each day in culmination and you thank God for keeping us alive, universe, however you see it. You thank that and you be thankful and grateful, right? Having a grateful and thankful attitude or spirit is very, very, very beneficial for us. You're going to start to learn that you're going to treat others more fairly and kindly and nicer. You're going to start to treat yourself, your spouse, your kids. Because I'm telling you guys, what you put in is what you're going to put out. So if every day we're putting in the same old crap, we're going to get the same old crap back. Make a change, be resilient, and count on that resilience to get you through. Because you know what? If you practice this and you put it into a formula and then you put it into motion, it should work for you, you guys. It should effortlessly work for you. You have to do the legwork to set it up and to make sure that you're doing each day like you're supposed to, right? Doing the next right thing like we talk about on this channel. So as long as you're doing the next right thing, my friends, it doesn't matter who you are or what you were addicted to. You don't even have to be addicted, or you didn't have to be addicted to anything. You can be you, and you can be going through some life's hardships that maybe just have nothing to do with drugs or alcohol. This can be applied to our life in any which way. Listen, there's a lot of miles on our vehicles, right? Our bodies, our temples, our there's a lot of miles on us, right? In this life, we're going to come to find that we're going to need to do more oil changes, and we're going to need to do more maintenance, preventative maintenance. We're going to have to do more truck washes and car washes, and we're going to have to rinse ourselves and be rid and free and clear and clean of the things that are going to bring us down, right? So if you're around negative people, get them people out of your life. If you see people doing negative things, get them people out of your life. If you hear or see them talking about you behind other people's backs or talking about other people's, vice versa, then more than likely those people are doing that behind your back. So we have to surround ourselves and have boundaries, and we have to surround ourselves with people who are going to be conducive to our goals, right? And what are our goals? Which is to stay sober, a long term, take care of our family, make good financial decisions, and we're not going to be able to do those things if we're addicted or drugged. Amen? So, woo! I had a good lunch today. We went and ate at this place called Clive's Roadhouse. very good. I had a Wagyu burger with some garlic aioli and some good stuff. So I'm at the store now. I got to get fuel, and I'm gonna get home. Friday is over. Today was a shop day. I had to work a little bit at the shop, and we had to take care of some stuff, run some stuff around. I found a couple cool rocks in the parking lot of Clive's. A couple things. I could probably make some cool necklaces out of this. Cut this with the lapidary saw that I got. But you know what, you guys, I'm thinking about all the time how I can make this channel better, and I'm always around. And I made a post earlier today that mentioned something. I have a lot of people that ask to hang out with me, not a lot, but some, and they want to ride, and they want to, you know, they're sending me messages. They want to do this, they want to do that, and I found that some people in my life, just simply by way of their thinking, that they think by somehow, because they know me, that they're somehow going to be okay, or they're going to be better off. I had a situation happen a couple of different times now, and I want to be careful, because I think sometimes people think just because they ride with me or they get to know me that somehow I'm going to be able to help them just automatically with their recovery. And that doesn't always happen that way, because everybody's going through something different at every time. So the best advice that I can give people, and this is kind of what I'm talking about here, right, is that you got to do you. You got to do your program. Now, I have no problem, absolute no problem. Sorry, she's being loud over the speaker here. I have no problem helping people out, you know, doing the things that I know I need to do to help other people in recovery. But I can tell you about the water being truth, right? I can bring you to the water. I can show you the water, and I can tell you how much the water has helped me. I can tell you how much the truth has helped me and how much my life is built around this water, truth. But I cannot make people drink the water or believe the truth. I can share it with them. I can show them. I can tell them my experiences. But in the most cases that I've found, I cannot make people get better. So if you want to hang out with me, don't assume that I'm some miracle worker. I'm not. I'm simply hanging out with you, friend to friend. And I don't like being pedestalized. I don't like that. I don't have all the answers. All I have is a formula, a plan. And I keep implementing it each single day, and I come on here and I tell you about it every single day. I try to, and I've been giving some longer messages lately because I've felt inspired, and we've made a turn in the program, in the recovery. I made it 6 years. This August I'll be 14 years, you guys. Methamphetamine free, cocaine free, heroin free, prescription pills free, like painkillers, Vicodin, Percocet, Tramadol. I did them all. I did upwards of 30 to 40 a day, you guys. I'm very thankful and grateful to be alive. I have a liver that's functioning. My kidneys are good. My heart is much better since I quit drinking. Blood pressure has been good. Cholesterol, everything is good. Except for I got the CPTSD that I'm kind of going through, and some stuff that's kind of tied to some of the stuff that I did when I was in active addiction or pre-active addiction when I was younger. But my therapy and the things that I choose to do in my life, and some of the things that you guys choose to do in your life, is going to help us out, or it's going to hinder or harm us, right? So when we come into this life, the people that you surround yourself with, the self-talk, the dedication, the commitment, the resiliency that we show in our life and in our recovery each day is going to transform us into a new person, right? We stand at the fork in the road and we ask God, please renew us each day. And we're hopeful that we can live that out each day up to his standards, right? And up to the standards that we know we should be doing the next right thing. Amen. I love it. God bless you. I'll catch you on the next one. My friend. Love ya.
A few moments later.
And I have a little bit of an update, if you will. I know, it's kind of cringe. My channel can be a little cringe, but listen, guys, I gotta bring the hope somehow, okay? Because I know when I watch other people's channel and they're acting like this, I'm like, oh, please don't do that. But listen, you guys, maybe one day you'll get it. I hope so. But I'm leaving the Holiday gas station, and I go in there. I'm getting a candy bar, right? Candy bar for later. But anyways, I'm standing in there, and I overheard the guy behind the counter. I'm in there all the time. I overheard him talking about how his lovely bride hasn't had anything to drink in 16 days. Therefore, he hasn't had anything to drink in 16 days. And I pop my head over the back of the counter and I go, wait a minute, what? You haven't drank for 16 days? And he goes, well, no. And he gave me the spiel about what was going on. And I said, dude, that's awesome. Keep it up. So he's basically not drinking to support, to support the lady that he's got in his life. And I'm like, you know what? Killing two birds with one stone, because she quit drinking for 16 days. Awesome, way to go. Cool, I love it. Therefore, he stopped for 16. So that's two people with 16 days, 32 cumulative together. Man, come on, you guys. So that's the update. I want to give you guys that. I'm feeling good today, you guys. I don't know what it is. I just feel inspired. I got a couple more items for my garage sale. I got a couple of good, interactions in the community. I've got a good lunch in me, and now I'm going to go home and spend some time with my family and enjoy my time with them and do life. That's what we do. If your kids are older, they're grown, they're out of the house, or you know what I mean? All of our situations are so different that I don't want to sit here and say that my way is the right way. But listen, you got to do you. So, if you got to surround yourself with people that are supportive, that's what you got to do. And if you got to go and see them every single day, that's what you got to do. Or have them come to you, or go for a walk, or exercise, or meditate. These things can take place of some of the other things that other people have. So there's just options. I love it. So hey, you guys, not to take up too much of your time on a Friday afternoon, but I love you. God bless you. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.